Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Spencer, Fragrant King. I am here to talk about a new collection from Zara Fragrances, the Shades of collection. They have 5 fragrances in these same little bottles. You can get them in a larger size or a smaller size. I have Shades of Lust, Shades of Joy, Shades of Nirvana, Shades of Bliss, and Shades of Nostalgia, all arrived from Zara for me to try. I have not smelled any of them yet. I've written down notes of what they are, and we're going to jump in and discuss them. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We're going to talk about the new Shades of collection by Zara. This is one of the boxes, and this is one of the fragrances. Pretty much they all look like this. They just have little subtle differences. So hopefully you guys can get an idea from this video. So diving right in, I'm going to start with the first fragrance, which is Shades of Nostalgia. The reason I'm starting with this is because when I received the package, I was actually on my way out. So I kind of put it in the house and left, came back that evening, and I walk into my closet where I film, where I have all my perfume, and I smell something. And I'm like, gosh, that smells pretty, but what is that? I didn't spray that. But I smelt this really like sharp, fresh scent. And I start sniffing around the closet and I get to the package from Zara and I'm like, this smells like perfume. And I thought, well, that's what's in there. But that never goes well. We all know when you smell a fragrance in your fragrance purchase, it's probably going to mean it's damaged. And Shades of Nostalgia is not only damaged, it's totally empty. The bottle has no juice. It has a tiny little remnant of juice. So when I got this, I'll show you guys up close. This is completely soaked. I don't know if you can see it, but the box is totally saturated. It actually removed some of the wording. It even damaged the wording on the bottle. Like, see, it's rubbed off. Again, totally empty. This actually got damaged. It like peeled all over the packing inside. It totally was empty. So I can sniff the box. I actually can smell it in the whole room. I'm looking forward to reviewing these so I can throw this away because they are sending me a backup. I got on chat with them and I said, you know, can you just refund me that one fragrance or can you send it back out if it's in stock? They were like, it's in stock. We're going to send it to you. No problem. We're so sorry. I was like, that's fine. You know, I wasn't expecting more. I didn't want them all refunded. And the other 4 are completely fine and nothing really got on them. One box got a little bit on it, but they were packaged pretty individually inside the box, wrapped, but this like soaked through. It even soaked into the actual box. So Shades of Nostalgia, I don't really get to spray it. Again, I can smell it. It's pretty. It smells familiar. The biggest thing, gosh, I'm really looking at the way this is damaged. The biggest thing this reminds me of, and I wrote the notes on the back of the box. This is a kiwi, magnolia, and cedar. Those are the 3 notes. If you go to Fragrantica, all of this collection is on Fragrantica, so you can read about them. But Shades of Nostalgia is a fruity floral, tropical, clean, fresh fragrance. And it's definitely that. I get, I'm just going to sniff the box because there's nothing in here. I definitely get the tropical, I get the kiwi. It kind of reminds me of Circus Fantasy by Britney Spears. And it really reminds me of Coral Fantasy by Valentino. Yeah, Coral Fantasy by Valentino. It smells almost identical to Coral Fantasy. That kiwi, fresh, aquatic, tropical, this is that. When I smelled it, it smelled familiar, nostalgic. And that's what once I read the notes and the comparisons on Fragrantica, I was like, oh yeah, this is Coral Fantasy. I had Coral Fantasy. I didn't love it. I actually let it go. I just had a small bottle because on my skin, it smelled like cat urine. So we'll see when I get this sent to me again if it actually smells like cat pee. Hopefully it doesn't because that's what Coral Fantasy smelled like. But oh well. Now we're going to go down the line. I don't have any specific rhyme or reason. I'm just going to grab what I grab, and we're grabbing Shades of Bliss. So Shades of Bliss is kumquat, gardenia, narcissus, cacao, and patchouli. It is a white floral, yellow floral, cacao, and green scent. I don't know if I ever say that right. Cacao. CACOCAO or whatever. You know, it's like chocolate. Cacao. I don't know if I say that right though. Okay, so first impressions, by the way, on these. I don't have any idea what they smell like. It's a totally blind purchase. Typically, my Zara's are blind purchases because the closest Zara to me is 3 hours away. So instantly, I like this. This instantly is good. I feel like where it has got the patchouli and the kumquat, I smell the patchouli in the base and then that kumquat sweetness. I'm excited about Bliss because I've always wanted a good kumquat note in a scent. Kumquat. I love to say that. Kumquat. It smells a teeny bit familiar. I didn't write any familiarities on it because there wasn't anything that Fragrantica said it smelled like that I had that I would know. Like, I know Coral Fantasy, so I'm like, yeah, I see that comparison. Nothing on this was comparing to what I know. I kind of get the yellow bottle of Gucci Bloom, Profumo di Fiore or whatever it's called. It's the yellow bottle. I kind of get that. But this is prettier, and it also kind of reminds me of one of like the Marc Jacobs scents. Yeah, it's pretty. I feel like the longer it's on paper, it's going to change, but I like it. I would give it, just on first impression of scent on paper, not on skin yet, I would give it a good like 8 out of 10. It's pretty. I like that. Bliss is pretty. I do like Bliss. And I love gardenia and narcissus. They're really pretty flowers, so I'm not shocked. Next is Shades of Nirvana. Now, I read a lot about this one. People say this smells like Lazy Sunday Morning from Replica. This is a ginger, eucalyptus, jasmine, musk, and sandalwood fragrance. I love ginger and I like eucalyptus a lot. I feel like on paper it's not much. I don't really get the ginger. I'm going to spray this on my skin. I get the musky jasmine. I get musk and jasmine. The cleanliness to it is probably the eucalyptus. I'm not really getting the ginger or the sandalwood. I'm mainly just getting like musk, jasmine, and eucalyptus. It smells very clean. It's very clean. Doesn't smell bad. It's just kind of boring. I would give this like a 6 out of 10. It's clean. It's safe. It's like a work scent. I could feel like that would be good at work if you work in an area where people are obsessed with complaining about perfume. Thankfully, where I work, nobody does, and I work in my own office now, so nobody bothers me. Next one is Shades of Joy. Shades of Joy is a pink pepper, peony, rose, and vanilla. So it's a vanilla rose spicy fragrance. This got comparisons to Valleja. Valleja by Parfums de Marly, which I have. I was wearing it this week. It's been on my perfume tray. I wear Valleja a lot at nighttime. Valleja is not very strong. People say Valleja is beast mode, and I don't know where they get that from. I guess their skin just eats it up. It does not for me. Valleja is my least powerful PDM, and the reason it is so dented is because I have to spray the shit out of it to smell it. So let's see if Shades of Joy reminds me of Valleja. It got the most comparisons to Valleja. Okay, I can kind of see that. I get the pink pepper and the vanilla. I don't think there's any vanilla in Valleja. I thought Valleja was just like a clean, musky citrus. Like, to me, Valleja is citrusy. I don't get any citrus out of this. I see the Valleja comparison though. I see it. I see what they're saying. This is like an 8 out of 10. It's got more to it than Nirvana. Nirvana is pretty though. It's drying down on my skin really pretty. But this is a little more oomph. Joy definitely has more oomph. It's also very safe. It's very clean. Like they're both. I feel like Nirvana and Joy are both safe for work. Last one. Shades of Lust. Does this have like a little bit of a gold vibe to the box? Shades of Lust. So Shades of Lust is a peach, orange blossom, musk. It's a white floral, musky, fruity scent. This got comparisons to Toy 2 by Moschino. I love Toy 2. It is one of my favorite fragrances. It is so unique. I don't think this will smell like it because nothing smells like that. I definitely don't get Toy 2. Out of all the things on Fragrantica compared to, there were a few other things that I have, but Toy 2 is one I know. I don't get Toy 2. Maybe a little bit of that sweet soapiness, like from maybe the peach. But that's about it. Like, I don't get Toy 2 at all. Trying not to soak my hand. Yeah, Lust is really pretty. Lust is probably the most bland, though, at the start, but then as it's drying down and I really sniff it, ooh, it's really pretty. Yeah, it's getting better. Lust is really pretty. Yeah, this is like an 8 out of 10 as well. I feel like this could be a 10 out of 10. I might actually really like Lust. Lust has a little bit of like a greenish tint to it. Just to discuss the bottles really quick, they all look the same. This is the smallest size. What is this? 1.7 fluid ounce? 1.69, 50 mil. So yeah, it's a 1.7. These are not bad priced. I feel like they were like, what, $20 to $27, somewhere in that ballpark. And the bigger bottle's like 40. I feel like the strongest out of them is going to be Nostalgia. Just because it has that tropical kiwi vibe and with like the cedar. So Nostalgia is probably going to be the strongest. I mean, clearly I can smell it in the room. I can smell it off the box. I like Nostalgia a lot. It does kind of smell like stuff I already have. So, well, I don't have Coral Fantasy anymore. But yeah, I feel like out of all of them, Nostalgia probably gives me the most familiar vibes to other things. Then Bliss and Lust kind of have familiar vibes. Nirvana and Joy are kind of on their own, but Joy does remind me of Valleja. It's different in its own way. I'll give them like a full day wear and a full body wear, but I feel like Joy and Nirvana are the least exciting. So if you like those notes, like with Nirvana, the ginger, the eucalyptus, the tea, the musks, that would be good for you. If you do like Lazy Sunday Morning, the longer Joy is on my skin, it does smell like Valleja. So if you want to smell the idea of Valleja, this is a good, cheaper alternative. I will say Valleja is a little bolder, a little more citrusy, and a little cleaner. It's still the least longevity PDM for me, but it does smell very similar to Joy. I like Lust a lot, though. I keep getting whiffs of it off this hand because that's where I sprayed it. I think it's a peach and the orange blossom. I love orange blossom. So many scents use that, but the muskiness of it. It definitely does not smell like Toy 2, though. When I get my bottle of Nostalgia, I will review it on Instagram probably. I'm going to wait and review all of these at the same time on Instagram, but I wanted to film this video for you guys in real time, do true blind testing, and I would say out of the 5 in the collection, at least 3 are really good. So that's good. It's a good collection. It's not that Joy and Nirvana are not good. They're just not really my cup of tea. So those are the fragrances. I hope you guys get a chance to try them if you're interested in Zara fragrances. I have talked about Zara before, so you can go back in my videos and look. I only have 3 things from Zara, so this is the most Zara I've bought in a long time. I usually let Zara go after a while because they're all right, but I wanted to try it. It was affordable for all of them, and it was a gift, so we will see what I think over time. Check my Instagram. I will have individual reviews probably of all of them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.